Welcome back to our podcast, Transform Your Life 2023 for Successful People. Good morning, Federica.
Good morning.
Buongiorno.
Good morning.
That's an amazing day today. After yesterday's snow, today there's a lot of sun and I'm in the middle of the mountain of Tuscany. Amazing.
Really?
Yes.
Here it's cloudy.
I can see it from here, so while I'm talking to you, I'm in the middle of this paradise. It's wow.
Wow. Now here it's cloudy. I don't know if it's raining. I don't know. Well, so today is the 2nd of March, and it's a kind of a special day for me. I don't know if special is the correct word. But when I was 10 or 11 years old, I was still at the primary school. My mom today lost a baby. So every year this day, I don't know, it's a kind of a birthday, but, well, it's a birthday, but not the birthday we used to celebrate usually. And since I know that a lot of women face this situation at least once in their life, I was wondering why this happens and how to go through these feelings and emotions. And sometimes there is also sometimes a woman feels guilty somehow, or it's a weird situation because she feels that she lost a baby. It's like someone died, but the other people are not feeling the same. When a person dies, usually in our daily lives, people are like, they know it. But when a woman lost a baby, sometimes nobody knows it, and even if they know it, because maybe they knew she was pregnant, they didn't act the same way as she lost, another son or a daughter or someone else. So how to face this situation, and also why this happens?
Of course, this kind of things are impacting dramatically, psychologically, and emotionally, and also at the body level, a woman. I know several women that encounter in this situation, and energetically and psychologically, you are closing something after that. It's happening really a closure energetically, and is impacting how emotionally you are accepting the life. So it's kind of closing something within yourself because something traumatic happened. We are speaking about life. We are speaking about the birth of life. And we are speaking in the same way as in the yin-yang concept. The birth and the death of a life that just burned in that moment. So is something dramatic, is something that we are not ready to accept. We are just starting, we are just in the mood that something amazing is happening. This is the most amazing thing that can happen in our lives, when something come into light, right? And in that moment we are still not realizing that is coming to light, that is, before there was nothing. There was nothing there. And then, from nothing, something is growing, something is born. And we don't even have time to realize this thing, and the drama is arriving. So we are not ready. Our mind is not ready to this concept. It's not already get used to the first idea. You can think about the second. Our body have to be, let's say, have to deal with that situation. So there is also a trauma with our body. Our emotions are the last thing that probably we are going to feel. Is a mixture of emotions, thoughts. Our body is under pressure. I speak our, but actually I'm not a woman, but I put myself in your shoes, of course. Mm-hmm. And the reaction, we were speaking about action and reaction in one of our podcasts. And this is very important. The reaction to this drama is something that is causing a closure. You are closing your mind, you are closing your energy, you are closing your emotion, you are closing your body, because is happening something that probably you don't want that is happening. Mm-hmm. And is a reaction, is a natural reaction you have because something that you didn't expect is happening now. The point is that reaction is causing, in the karma also, something that will influence, probably negatively, your life, the rest of your life. Unless you understand and you actively understand what is going on in the subtle layers, which are not only the body, because already the body has a trauma. Psychologically have a trauma. Emotionally also you have a trauma. We are speaking energetically. So all of these four, plus the spiritual level, the other soul level. So is all these 5 layers are composing who you are today. We're not going to speak about karma today, but this is influencing your karma. You ask me why is happening this and how I face this. This is something that is, I don't know if you believe in destiny, Federica. Mm-hmm. Probably I asked you already in some of our podcasts. Mm-hmm. But genetically, now the science can tell us that genetically we have memories. If we go to and search and look in our DNA, we know scientifically it's proved that what we are today is exactly our nose, our eyes, my ears, my hairs, the color of my skin. How I also can impact you, my characteristic, my character, is a memory that I took from my father, my mother, or my grandmother, my grandparents, and whatever. I'm taking this information, these memories, since 2, 3, 4, 5, from my ancestors. When I discovered, for example, that for the first time I did something, the first time I did Taichi, for example, and then you know already, and then I made some championship, the national, and then the regional, the nationals, and then the European, and then I won. I was like, wow. And people ask me how you can do that, how you can easily, and it seems effortless you're doing this. How could you win a combat, your first Tai Chi combat? And here I know that I will raise a lot of, without a specific training. Your first combat you won without specific training. Only a few weeks of thinking about that. These are memories. We have memories. Could you be lucky on winning something, on repeating the same pattern, the same positive pattern, the same successful pattern, the same, the same winning pattern for the whole life, for 40 years? This is just lucky. Are you just lucky? Do you think so, Federica?
No.
Cannot
I don't
be.
believe in being lucky.
Cannot be. We are taking with us, without knowing, in our shoulders, in our body, in our energy, in our speech, the memories of thousands of years. So, karma is exactly this. We are impacting, and we are impacted and influenced by what happened before also. Therefore, what is happening right now in this present moment is something that comes also from the past, of course, is influenced also from the past. Even though we don't understand, we cannot say that it's not influencing, because it's influencing the way you already think is influencing now. This now. And therefore is influencing your future. In the karma, in the law of the karma, we are saying that what you are doing in this right moment, what you are saying with your words, what you are thinking with your thoughts, what you are feeling with your emotions, how you, let's say, you act with your energy. And this, what? I'm acting with my energy? What you are talking about, Kien? I don't understand. You will understand later on. I'm not speaking today about this. And also our story, our ancestor story, our DNA. All of these are impacting dramatically this now. If you don't understand this, and if you don't learn and you understand how this can influence your reality at this moment, well, you cannot change your today and your tomorrow. You are destined to be as you are today for the rest of your life. Yeah, in the normal evolution. You're not going to transform in this way your life, because you don't know the dynamics. You don't know how to change the patterns. You don't recognize the patterns. It's like you're riding the bicycle, you're falling down the first time, you're going a second time the bicycle, you fall down, you don't know why, you're going to repeat again and again and again. Somehow, naturally, you're going to learn how to ride a bicycle. Yes. It's different if the first time one person is telling you, hey, you have to be careful about the balance, about how you put your the hands on the handle, how you ride on the horse on the street. If the person is guiding you, is coaching you, is telling you the mistakes that you can encounter, is telling you the tools that you need to learn, and you are aware of the mistakes that you can make if you are going too fast when the road is like going very it's going down, probably you are going to let's say impact your way of riding the bicycle. Probably you are going to crash. So it's really important to understand all of these dynamics, all of these patterns, all of this story. Only in this way you are going to transform very fast and consciously. It's really important to understand all of these elements. So the karma basically is influencing also when you lose your baby. I'm not speaking today about also, the souls that are deciding to come to the earth and so on. Is a very deep topic.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. I was also thinking about that when I was a kid, I had this feeling that the kids choose their parents. So when you are talking about the karma, could it also be the karma of the baby or no?
Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. This is, you see, is not a unilateral karma. Mm-hmm. We think that, it's my karma. That's it. It's my karma if I was born in Italy, in Bologna, and now in Tuscany, and then my parents came from the Vietnam War, and then my grandparents escaped from China, and then my parents escaped from Vietnam and came to Italy. This is, all of these things are related. The karma of my parents, the karma of my grandparents, of my grandparents, of my ancestors, my karma. The karma also of the people that are with me at this moment, in this right moment. So, you see that is how everything is interrelated and interconnected. Each single karma is influencing the other karmas also. It's not only your karma is your karma, my karma is my karma. Where you read that? No, this is not about how it works. Absolutely. So, is a relationship. We spoke about relationship in our recent podcasts. Relationships are not only when you're speaking with your boss, with your colleagues, with your families, with your partner, with your kids, with your friends. Is also when you are hosting a baby in your belly. When you're having a life within yourself. So it's the most intimate thing, is the most intimate relationship you can experience as humans. So these two karmas are related. The karma of the baby and the karma of the mother are interconnected, and they communicated. Okay. So the thing is that today in this, let's say, speak concretely. Now, at this moment, this present moment, if you suffered, and if you suffer, even if you don't know, probably you are taking with you that trauma. Even though already several years passed, but these traumas are in your memories. You cannot say that are not in your memories. You can say that you don't maybe think anymore about that thing, or maybe that you don't feel at this moment what you felt in that moment. Yes, you can say that. But you cannot say that you are not taking with you the memories of that trauma. Unless you are using a tool which is called karma releasing. In the KienPrograms, the 8th program, the number 8 program, is called karma releasing. What is this? Is exactly what you're asking me. When we are affected, and we are constantly affected by the karma, when we are losing the baby, when you're losing the baby, is only one. When we are going to work, when you are creating, let's say we are divorcing, when you are having a happy family, when you are successful in your life, in one aspect of your life, this is also karma. This is also your karma. It depends how you worked with your karma. If you have a good karma at this moment, if you have a young karma, so positive karma, let's say, it's because probably you helped, you created this positive karma. If you have a yin karma, let's say a negative karma, it's probably because you created. So the problem is not what you create. The problem is how to change, how to shift, how to transform from a negative, if you have a negative one, to a positive one, because nobody, of course, wants to have from positive to a negative, right?
Well, yeah, at least it should be like this.
Yes, yes. Even though some people are automatically leading them to a negative karma from a positive one. They were born with a positive one, and they are, for certain reasons, they are leading their life toward a negative karma, to a negative life. I won't explain you right now why, but let's speak about from negative to positive. From negative to positive, we need to cut the chain. We need to cut the limitation. We need to shift by cutting something that is creating a negative effect, a negative impact on your life, into something that is good for you, right? Because we want to be happy, we want to smile, we want to achieve what we desire in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
We want to be successful people, probably. So, we need to understand the tool to cut those negative elements that are causing the negative situations. The tool is the karma releasing. One thing that you can do in this moment, because probably, yeah, I can, but I don't know karma releasing. Okay, no problem. If one day you will do it, you will know what does it mean to transform and to upgrade to the next level of your life. If you don't know this tool right now and you want to do something, okay, already go back to that moment, I know is not easy. It's not easy. But already think about that moment and just give you a little, I will be in surface, okay? I won't tell you too much because it is really deep work, this one. And working on this trauma, working especially with the baby, which is, I think, one of the most impactful for a person, for a woman. But already thinking about that precise moment is very hard, but it's going to help you. If you think about that, if you re-experience that moment, and if you are followed by a person that can take you by hand to the next level. This is exactly how the process of karma releasing is happening, actually. Okay? So when we are doing the karma releasing in group, we are working on exactly on how to shift, and we are shifting in that precise moment your traumatic situation, the energetic situation, the spiritual situation, the karma, the negative karma that you are taking from that moment, or maybe from also the past, until now. In this moment, in this way, you are changing your emotions, you are changing the way you are thinking, and you are opening new opportunities. I was saying that you were closing in the first minutes of the podcast. Well, after karma releasing, you are opening new opportunities. This is the reason why after karma releasing, from, you're a bit, let's say, harmed. After that, you feel that, I put a plaster on that harm, on that blusher. And I feel that blusher is not anymore at that level. Some of you experience that the blusher is gone. So, how you're going to face your life? In a more positive way, in a more open way, open-minded way, and probably one thing I want to tell you, some of the people I think about one specific person that she faced this specific situation. She lost the baby when she was I think 20 something, 22, and this impacted her life for until now that she's 40 something, 43. Okay, so and the relationship that she are having right now are not relationships. She's basically avoiding those relationships in this moment. She's not having relationship anymore because there are fears, because you close your mind, you close your as I said, everything about you close the opportunities. But we are here in the life to be open to the life opportunities. So the tools are here. We have the tools. It's only a matter to understand and to make the first step. Because we can change our present and our future. It's only a matter of trusting, of believing in it, and finding the right tool. I hope that answered to your question, Federica.
Yes, you did. And I was thinking that But I don't know if it's for sure it's another podcast, but still, I was thinking that is also possible to connect with that baby.
Absolutely, yes. It's possible. We can talk about this in the next podcast. But it's possible to reconnect, and also I didn't speak about death. Today podcast is a bit it's a bit tough, very tough. We start with very tough topics, but what we are doing, what we are doing in the karma releasing is also about death. So also with people that are not here anymore, but that are still in connection with us. I don't know if you ever met people that are telling you, I still feel that person is with me.
Yes.
Or people that are saying, yeah, my husband just passed away. I want to pass away too. I don't feel that this life is for me anymore. And after a few days, weeks, or whatever, exactly, they were like completely healthy, 100% maybe, or if not 100%, 80%, 70%, okay, that age, I mean. And suddenly, after a few days, few weeks, they also go with their partner. This is just a case, it's just something that is happening for randomly, or is something that we can program. Some in the spiritual, let's say, disciplines, some gurus, some yogis, some masters, Taichi masters, when you master yourself, is it said that you can control also when you leave your body, so when you die. And if you think in the reality, it's happening, this is really happening. We don't have the explanation, we don't have the scientific explanation. The karma is talking about this. And we understand when we learn how we can reconnect. If there is many times there are things that we would like to say to those people that are not here anymore. We would like to communicate with them, we would like to talk with them and say the last words, because there is still something that we did not tell them. I don't know if this resonates with you or if you heard something like that.
Yes, I do. I feel that it's like changing the dimension, but not a disappearing.
Absolutely. You said the right word, is changing the dimension. The dimension is totally changing, and our 5 layers are changing. And I'm reconnecting with the BMT circle meditation and with the oneness state, with emptiness state. When I'm taking you by hand to that state, what you are telling me, what the people said, is that you are experiencing a different level of dimension of your life. You are experiencing something that is totally another dimension. You are traveling with me in another dimension. Which is exactly, we are using only the 5%, we are saying, as is said, of our brain potential. Yes. What we are doing in the BMT circle meditation is using another slice of our brain. of our potentialities. We are going together and we are going to make a travel, a journey in, I don't know, somewhere else in the world. Or not even in the world, probably. So, there are these dimensions that we need to experience, reach to a certain level of our lives. And sooner or later, we are going to experience it. Probably when you are born, you experience a very deep dimension of your life that probably you don't remember now. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It did not exist. And probably, if you're lucky, and when you are dead, also, you experience a different dimension of your life. And if you're lucky, also, in between of these two stages, with specific practices. And the BNT practice and the KienPrograms is exactly what the reason why I create these programs. Because KienPrograms is my life. Are the steps of my life. So
the life in this dimension.
Yes, and not only.
So maybe more, yeah.
And not only is the connection between this materialistic world that we are living in, or the life challenges we are facing every day. Every day, when we wake up, we go to work, we go to study, we come back, we eat, we are having conflict or we are having communication and relationship with our all the relationship we have every day. But as we were saying, we are not engaged and we are not aware of the most important relationship in our life that is impacting the whole life, which is not with the other people, but is the relationship you have with yourself. If you don't know the relationship that you have with yourself, you don't know much about life. You need to work with yourself. You need to experience the relationship you have with yourself. This is what is about KienPrograms. Improve yourself, learn about yourself. And therefore, learn about life, learn about these conflicts we have every day. And also these situations that are traumatic situations, but if we open our minds, we understand that those situations are really, let's say, moments that can also help us somehow.
Yeah, they have a meaning.
They have a meaning. They absolutely have a deep meaning that we need to understand. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Federica. And see you at the next podcast. And see you at 18 March. Transform your life for successful people. We are going to experience. We are going to step all together into this amazing journey. So cannot wait to see you there.
Yeah, see you.
See you, bye-bye.
Bye.
A hug to you, Federica, bye-bye.
Big hug.
Big hug.